A silent storm is rising in Europe, and leaders say the next 5 years could decide the future of the entire continent. This is not a warning from history. This is happening right now. Europe today stands closer to conflict than at any moment since the Cold War. Security officials warn that while everyday life in Europe feels normal, Russia is rapidly reshaping itself into a wartime state. In Berlin, European leadership stressed that complacency is the biggest danger. Modern conflict no longer strikes from a distance. It arrives quietly through cyber attacks, covert operations, and sudden military escalation. Russia's actions in Ukraine proved one thing. When Moscow denies a threat, it often means the opposite is coming. Western intelligence reports say the pattern is the same again: signals, movements, preparations. Europe is no longer watching history. Europe is standing inside it. Security analysts warn Russia may be capable of attacking a NATO member within the next 5 years. For now, NATO's defenses are strong, but Russia's economy is being rebuilt around war. Weapons factories are expanding. Military recruitment is increasing. Long-range missile systems are being modernized. Moscow rejects all Western warnings, calling them propaganda. But Europe remembers 2022, when Russia dismissed concerns and then launched a full invasion. Alongside the military buildup, Russia is increasing covert sabotage across Europe, targeting critical infrastructure, transport networks, and defense industries. The message from European officials is clear. This is not fear. This is preparation. President Vladimir Putin recently claimed Russia has no intention of fighting Europe. But in the same breath, he announced that Russia is fully ready if Europe starts a conflict. This contradictory message mirrors the same strategy used before invading Ukraine. Calm words, followed by aggressive actions. Russia says it wants independent foreign policy and equal cooperation. Yet its military posture, political messaging, and economic decisions all point toward confrontation. European officials call this a dual narrative. Reassurance for the cameras. Pressure behind the scenes. And this is why Europe is treating the threat as real. Officials warn that Russia has turned its economy into a war machine. Nearly 40% of its national budget is now directed toward military goals. Up to 70% of all machine tools are being used for weapons manufacturing. Inflation is rising, taxes are increasing, and fuel shortages are becoming common. But Russia continues aggressively because China is providing critical support, including components for drones, missiles, and other advanced systems. European leaders say, without China, Russia's war would not be sustainable. Due to this, NATO is pushing European countries to raise their defense spending to 5% of GDP by 2035. The message: time is not on Europe's side. White heavy checkmark part 5, the call to action, last part plus action tone, 2 minutes. This is the moment where Europe must choose between preparation and regret. Experts warn that if Europe fails to act, conflict could reach homes and workplaces. Millions could be displaced. Mass mobilization could return. And Europe could face devastation not seen in 80 years. But leaders insist. This future is preventable if Europe acts now. More defense production, more cooperation, more support for Ukraine, and zero complacency. Because the next target may not be across the border. It may be right at Europe's door.